Ansgar Belke joins us now from the German Institute for Economic Research. Jobs and growth were the big aims of this week's EU summit. But what do you do when the workers don't go to work?
I think the haircut does not shelter Greece from low competitiveness and its consequences. You still have to go for lower wages and prices. Look at Slovakia, Slovenia and other countries which are managing this kind of stuff. The Greeks really have a still high salary level, and it's absolutely necessary to go for more competitiveness.
OK, if we take a look at Greece's competitiveness or its economic situation over the past year, public debt has been growing at a speedy rate, about 160% of gross domestic product. Throwing this next figure into the mix really makes things tricky. The economy contracted by 5.5% in 2011 and unemployment is at almost 20%. Officials say Greece isn't implementing enough of the reforms it's promised to, but can it?
Yes, there's a huge problem of political governance in Greece still. The government is not working soundly, and other things do not happen as they should do. Look, for instance, at the support by the ECB. It's heavily supporting Greece right now. And there's evidence that they import still much more than exporting. And this means the Greeks still consume too much with the support of the ECB. And this is the hand given to the people in Greece.
It doesn't sound like much is changing. Pumping in 130 billion euros instead of 110 billion euros this time. Isn't that just going to prolong what's been a painful past couple of years? This
is clearly prolonging the crisis, I guess, because all the markets know that Greece cannot return to the capital markets after support will be stopped. So this will be a chain of support which is never ending.
What do you think of this suggestion from German politicians to give an EU commissioner the veto rights on budget decisions there in Greece?
Yeah, in principle, this is a sound decision, but you have to take into account that the EU Commission is highly politicized itself. There's a majority of highly indebted countries, and I do not trust very much in the decisiveness of the EU Commission.
Greece also doesn't like the idea, but does this new fiscal pact go some way to actually bringing about these changes?
I don't think that it's really waterproof, but it's a very good idea to shelter the ECB from political influence, because the ECB is intervening so much, it needs a kind of fiscal backing in a sense that its reputation is not damaged. So in general, I think it's a good idea, but the character of law is very doubtful, its legal character, and also whether the veto right is really happening. If you look at the majority of countries, they are still the highly indebted ones, and maybe they find a majority to block these kind of hard and very tough decisions.
Well, if all of these plans aren't waterproof, is there some truth then to the latest talk that Greece could be leaving the Eurozone?
Yes, because the problem is that the very strong fiscal pact cannot be materializing, and the only alternative, because we have elections, we will see elections in France, elections in Germany, that politicians will go for kind of throwing out Greece from the euro area.
Ansgar Belke, thank you very much for joining us.